Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome back to another session of Qur'anic Arabic Recitation with Tajweed Rules. In this session, we will study these three words of Al-Qaida Nuraniya on page number 12. This slide is just a reminder for transliteration purposes. So we are revisiting some of the principles that we have studied before. So the first one is we need to know the knowledge. We need to have the knowledge of articulation points for each letter. The second one is we need to know the characteristics of each letter, sifat of each letter. We have studied only a few of them so far, but we will study the rest in advanced level. The third one is the knowledge of rules attached to individual letter because of its position in a word or words. The fourth one is exercising the tongue and a lot of repetition. So if we are given, for example, we are given a word and we have to apply these steps to make our reading or recitation easy. So the first one is recognizing individual letter. So if we go to here, so individual, the first one is alif, second one is hamza, third one is ba, and next one is dal. And the final one is alif. So we recognized individual letters, step 1. In step 2, we recognize the harakat that are used. So the harakat would be, or the signs would be here. That's fatha, fatha, fathatain. So we recognize the harakat. And the next one is we have to recognize if the letters, which letters are silent and which aren't. Let's change the color. Okay, blue. Let's see. So if you see here, alif, this is silent, and this one is not. Ba is not silent. Dal is not silent, and alif is silent. So alif is silent, hamza is not silent, ba is not silent, dal is not silent, and alif is silent. So we recognize those ones. And the next one is we apply the rules that attach to individual letter. We will study that in advanced level. Apply the correct sifat. So we have studied only a few of them. One of them would be if the letter is heavy or light. So we apply those rules, and the rest we will study in advanced level. The next one is pronouncing each letter from its correct makhraj, articulation point. And the other one we can add is we count how many syllables are there. For example, here is a, 1, ba, 2, then. So there are 3 syllables in this word. So if we manage to implement these steps correctly, then our reading and recitation will be very easy. These are not fixed rules you can add or subtract to it. These are just general guidelines for recitation or reading the Arabic. So the first word we have is ghabaratin, and it has 4 syllables. The first syllable is ghain fatha gha. Ghain is silent, is not silent, and we have fatha on it. Ghain fatha gha. Ghain fatha gha. The second syllable we have is ba fatha ba. Ba is not silent, and we have fatha. Ba fatha ba. Ba fatha ba. So now we connect these 2 syllables. We have غبا 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 غبا. So the third syllable we have is ra fatha ra, and ra is not silent, and we have fatha on it. Ra fatha ra. Ra fatha ra. So now we're connecting these 3 syllables. We have غابا را غابا را غابا را غابا را. So the 4th syllable we have is ta dhammatain tun. Ta is not a silent, and we have dhammatain on it. Ta dhammatain tun. Ta dhammatain tun. So now we connect all these 4 syllables. We have غاباراتun, 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 غاباراتun. So the next word we have is fa'ala, and it has 3 syllables. The first syllable is fa fatha fa. Fa is not silent and we have fatha. Fa fatha fa. Fa fatha fa. So the second syllable we have is ayn fatha a. Ayn is not silent and we have fatha on it. Ayn fatha a. Ayn fatha a. So now we connect these two syllables. We have fa'a, 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 fa'a. The next syllable we have is lam fatha la. Lam is not silent and we have fatha. Lam fatha la. Lam fatha la. Now we connect these three syllables and we have fa'ala, 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 fa'ala. So the next word we have is qataratun and it has 4 syllables. The first one is qaf fatha qa. Qaf is not silent and we have fatha on it. Qaf fatha qa. Qaf fatha qa. The second syllable we have is ta fatha ta. Ta is not silent and we have fatha on it. Ta fatha ta. Ta fatha ta. So now we connect these two syllables. We have qata, 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 qata. The third syllable we have is ra fatha ra. And ra is not silent and we have fatha on it. Ra fatha ra. Ra fatha ra. So now we connect these 3 syllables and we have qatara, 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 qatara. The next syllable we have is ta dammatain tun. Ta is not silent and we have dammatain. Ta dammatain tun. Ta dammatain tun. So now we connect all these 4 syllables and we have qataratun, 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 qataratun. So the next 3 slides will be sounds only without spellings. Ghabaratun, 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 ghabaratun. Fa'ala, 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 fa'ala. Qataratun, 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 qataratun. So this is the end of this session. We will practice those 3 words in next session 10 times without explanation, just to give you enough practice, inshallah. We will see you in next session. Until then, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.